Today I am showing you this coolest webcam that I found, and it's interesting. I have not known about this until recently. This product actually has been around for a while, and it is the Insta360 Link AI powered 4K webcam. So what makes this unique is that it is a webcam on a gimbal, right? Insta360 makes the 360 Go, Go 2, Go 3, which are great action cameras. So they basically have the same technology, put it into webcam. So the unit itself is very, very small. As I show you, I'm going to show you a video of the camera from the back so that you can see what is going on. But this thing is amazing. The key being that because it is on a gimbal, it can do things that follow me and all kinds of features, and it is done without any digital cropping. It is always the same camera. The gimbal just moves the camera around. So let me show you what's going on. I'm going to go start the other camera so that you can see this guy, which is mounted on my monitor right now, and see how it works as I work with it. So hold on. So first thing is, this camera has tracking. You can switch it off, but right now I have it on. I am in my home office, and this is a standing desk situation, so that I can move around a little bit more. And as I move around, you will see that the camera is tracking me. So this is great if I'm doing a presentation, but it's also fun, you know, if you are one of those people that pace around and the camera is just going to follow me without me having to think about it too much. So this works really well. It can be disabled, and this camera has hand gesture. So here we go. If I do this, I believe. Now you see that the camera flashes from green to blue. That means it acknowledges a hand signal. So now the tracking is off, and I am moving out of range, and the camera will not track me. And by the way, the camera has a built-in mic, which is pretty good, but obviously not the best if I'm moving around. Right now I'm recording through a AKG mic that is just right there. You may be able to see it from the other camera view. I'm going to insert some Insta360 Link audio a little bit later just for you to compare. So to re-enable tracking, again, tracking is back on, and now it is following me around. And the other thing that it has is zoom. So if I'm away from my desk, the Insta360 Link does have a piece of control software that you can run on the Mac. But if I'm away, physically far from my keyboard and mouse, I may not be able to get to it. So again, it has gesture control. So I can do things like an L, and it acknowledges that it saw me. And then now if I move my L, it zooms in and out, or zooms out and in with my gestures. Right, so this is a way, a little bit awkward, I have to say, but it does work. So it let me remote zoom the camera. But this is not all. Now, if you're really doing presentation, the two cool things that it will do, it has a desktop mode, and let's see if I can get this going here. And this one I have to press the button on the controller software. So the camera, oops, let me try again. So the camera just tilt down, now it's pointing downwards onto my desk. So if I have a pad of paper, I can be writing, or I can be demoing something. Right now, just looking at my keyboard. So that is useful. This is a little bit like the Apple continuity camera feature, but again, this is done by the camera tilting down the actual gimbal. So I'm gonna switch it off. Now we're back. But if you think that is cool, it has a whiteboard capture mode that is amazing. So I'm going to move over here. I just switch off tracking. So tracking back on. Follow me to my whiteboard. So my office is kind of small. The whiteboard is too close, but this should still work. So I'm going to do a V. Now it's looking for the whiteboard. So what happens is there are these, if I can show you, these little markers, little L, at the four corners on my whiteboard. So if you have those on a whiteboard somewhere, I guess at a distance, switching to the mode, the camera will actually hunt for those markers, and now it not only zoom in on the whiteboard, but it corrected the distortion, right? So it kind of compensated for the fact that the whiteboard is actually at an extreme angle on the side of my wall. And now I can write on it and do presentation, which is amazing. Now let me just gonna get it out of the whiteboard and you can see why, how distorted if this was just a normal camera. Let's see it this way. Right, so my whiteboard is actually on a side wall that is 90 degrees from my monitor. So what do you think? This is a really, really nice webcam. And every time I use it, people start. I used to use a Sony CV E10 as my webcam. So that is extremely high quality, obviously, with a real nice lens on it. But this guy is so small, and it gives me the same 4K or at least 1080p image through zoom, and the fact that the lens quality, the image quality is so good. B, it does the subtle follow me, which is always cool, and the desktop view is useful as well. I haven't used the whiteboard view a lot, only because my whiteboard is in the wrong place right now. So this is again the Insta360 Link, and I'm gonna insert a quick a short clip with me using the built-in mic for you, just to see the difference as opposed to using the AKG up there. So go check it out. I really think this thing is great, and it's so small that you can even take it with you when you're traveling, and it's a self-contained, really high quality camera and mic solution. All right, so I want to show you a test of the mic that is built into the camera itself. So the camera has a built-in mic. Actually, that's not too bad, as you can hear. Right, if I'm close to it, I'm at my desk right now, so I'm, directly in front of the camera, and I think the mic quality is pretty good. As I pan around or move around, now I am 4 feet away. I think the the audio, it's not as good. Let me just zoom in. Right, so again, don't forget, this is the cool part where you can do zooming in as it tracks me. When you get too far, I think the audio is not as great, but it's workable. So again, if you take this into a conference room, this thing, it's basically for a couple $100, is as good as an OWL or any of the fancy conference camera, as long as you don't mind the mic. So again, this is the mic test version using the built-in mic of the camera. All right, so now I'm back to using the AKG mic. Actually, if I move around, maybe you can see the mic right here. So I'm using the AKG mic. The audio quality, especially in the right range of this, is way better. But I hope you agree that right now, it's August 2023, this 360 Link webcam really, it's the best out there. And for the money, if you do a lot of zooming and Microsoft Teams, working from home, I think this is the best webcam setup you can get.